right, we're inching closer to Dow 22,000. But what happens if tax cuts do indeed come to pass for everybody? Maybe they'll differ on the size of them and all, but they happen. Then what? Well, former Reagan economic advisor Art Laffer says history repeats itself back to the Reagan years, and we get a boom going. How big a boom? Let's ask him. Art, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a real big boom. I think it's better conditions today than those conditions that Jimmy Carter left us in the 1980s. I think it could be a long-term, very large boom. And let me just give you sort of dimensions of it, if I can, for a second, Neil. Between January 1st, 1983, when the tax cuts finally took effect, and June 30th, 1984, that's a year and a half, 18 months period there. During that 18-month period, real GDP in the United States grew by 12%.
Wow.
That's a little bit less than 8% per annum growth rates for a year and a half. That solves lots and lots of problems. I mean, for example, we got killed in the elections in 1982. We lost House seats. We lost a Senate seat. Reagan's popularity had fallen from above 70 to 30s. It was terrible. By 84, after this growth spurt, it was a real close presidential election. We only won 49 states. All the Democrats became Reagan Republicans, and the world really progressed. That's exactly what I think should happen if we only get that corporate tax rate reduction now.
You know, you mentioned that period where a lot of Democrats, the Southern Democrats, the so-called boll weevils, went on to support President Reagan's tax initiatives. Democrats are already saying they're open to working with Republicans on taxes, but they've got a number of demands, including no tax cuts for the top 1%, no reconciliation, no fast tracking, no deficit finance cuts. What do you think of that?
Well, I think they wanted to eliminate everything that would create growth, to be honest with you. Everyone knows that corporate tax rates and the highest tax rate are the biggest creators of economic growth. Everyone knows that anything that has no net tax effects, these pay-fors, knows that we'd never have had the 20s, or the boom of the 20s, or the boom of the Kennedy period, or the Reagan one if we'd had pay-fors for everything. So all of those are literally off the table. If they're taken seriously, the Democrats should be in charge.
You know what's interesting? 3 Democrats didn't go along with that letter, what I call the demand letter. Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, Joe Donnelly of Indiana. If you can cobble those 3 with 52 Republicans, even if a few of those Republicans peel off, that gives you a little bit of wiggle room.
Oh, it gives you a lot of wiggle room. I mean, frankly, they know what's coming up in the election in 2018, Neil. I think, what is it, 25 Democrats up and 9 Republicans?
And
I mean, the Democrats are going to lose.
So coincidentally,
no,
from states that Donald Trump won big.
That's very true, and it's not coincidental which ones voted against the health care, too, of the Republicans. These guys are all just politically motivated. It's really sad that they don't look at the country. But here we go. When Reagan did this, we didn't just get Southern Democrats and moderate Democrats. We got Teddy Kennedy. We got Bill Bradley. We got Metzenbaum. We got Alan Cranston. We got Schumer. We got Reed. We got Durbin. We got all of these ultra-left-wing Democrats today on our side because they know what they did then was right and what they're doing now is wrong.
I did want to hear what you had to say about the shakeup in the White House, the latest one. A little order now come to play, or more to come?
Well, I hope so. But, Neil, my view is this is entertainment as well as real serious politics. And you got to admit this stuff is you can't write this type of stuff. It's just, I mean, if you laugh about it and enjoy it, it's like Monica Lewinsky and all that stuff. Saturday Night Live has never been better. And just enjoy it. Don't take it too seriously. Keep your blood pressure under control. And the White House has always been a source of enormous entertainment, and it still is.
Do you have any recollection of a presidency bedeviled by this type of turnover so soon?
Oh, yeah. You remember the Elliot Richardson firing at midnight, I don't know what, Bork and all of that stuff.
Yeah, with Richard Nixon.
We went to watch all that stuff with Clinton. It was just amazing.
But this is in the beginning of the presidency, just starting out, right?
Al Haig, I'm in charge here, was pretty much in the beginning, too. You remember that?
No,
I mean, all of them have different aspects to them, but, you know, you can't write it. It's just no writer could do it, and it's just entertaining as all heck, and it has no serious impact on policy. It really doesn't, Neil. It's just pure entertainment, and we'll get our tax cuts, we'll get our health care through. It may not be this week or month or year, but we will get all of that through because it's the right thing to do.
Well, it better not be a year for tax cuts. The health care thing I don't think is going anywhere.
Oh, I would like to see it very soon. Don't get me wrong.
All right.
But life is a marathon, Neil. It's not a sprint.
Really? I hate both, actually. But
I do, too.
Thank you
Walking
very
is
much.
nice.
Art, thank you. You're the best. Art Laffer.